This is Rakshita. Let's just get straight into the video. If you're a guy watching this, you can apply a few of these things into your lifestyle. If you're a girl watching this, of course you can. This video is mostly for like a general advice and what worked for me in terms of acne, which I had was mostly hormonal. Just wanted to put it out there. Me a lot in clearing out my skin was tretinoin. 1.5 is the maximum concentration that I've used, and I use tretinoin in the white tube that comes. I'll insert a picture here. Before you use tretinoin, please visit the dermat. I did not visit the dermat. I just did a lot of research, and I do a patch test before because it can react very harshly to a lot of people. And start with a lower concentration. I started from 0.5 and I went to 1.5. But tretinoin is something you do in cycles. You don't do it every day. It's not a cream. Like, it is a cream, but not the kind of cream you apply like a moisturizer. You do it for 1 or 2 months, and then you stop it. You give your skin a break because it is harsh. Your skin starts peeling. That's one. Second thing that I like to use is vitamin C. If you're using vitamin C, I just want to say vitamin C does not work well on everyone's skin. It does not work well on my skin, and I used to think that maybe, oh yeah, like the brand is bad. I've tried multiple brands of vitamin C. My skin kind of becomes very irritated. So if your skin becomes irritated after using vitamin C, try using niacinamide. Again, do a patch test. Always niacinamide works beautifully on my skin. Vitamin C, no matter what brand I've used, it irritates my skin. Like, it gives me a little bump. It gives me bumps on my skin and makes me feel very itchy. So that's one. Third thing I like to use is glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is such a good all-rounder product for your face, for your skin, for your body. In fact, it exfoliates your skin. In fact, your scalp as well. I use a minimalist one, which you can use on your scalp if you have dandruff, let's say, or whatever. But using it on your face, it literally it's a gentle exfoliator unless you use higher percentages of it. That these are the three things that have helped me. And please, oh, also one more thing, please don't do any DIY activities specifically with lemons. Do not put lemons on your skin. I have been there where I have put like extreme lemons, or even sometimes milk. Like I mentioned, milk is something that gave me breakouts. If you can mix it in certain thing and use it on your face like an Upton, sure, do that. Apart from that, your gut health and whatever is happening inside your body will always outdo whatever the hell is happening on your face. Or forget the face, is anything outside that is shown. Your body is so advanced that it gives you signs. So if you want clear skin, your gut health has to be really good. I do not care how expensive of medicines, how expensive of anything that you're purchasing. If your gut health is bad, um, clear skin is not going to be something that you can achieve that easily. And let mind you, I'm just being very like upfront about this, is because a lot of your problems that appear on your body, after reading tremendous articles, I've just come to the conclusion whatever happens in your body, trying to treat it topically works. Yes, it's like 30%. But if your stomach, your gut is just not clear, getting a clear skin is just almost next to impossible. That's one. Second, if you are a female, like recently I visited the doctor and my doctor said that you might be having IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. Or if you're someone who just has sensitive stomach, like I know for a fact that I do. So whenever I have things that like maybe something from outside, which I do avoid mostly, I just make things at home, or something that is just even normal food from outside, but if it's made in a lot of oil, lot of spices, my stomach cannot handle that. It just cannot. So what she suggested for me was a low FODMAP diet. FODMAP. I'm just gonna insert the picture. F stands for fermentable foods. That fermentable foods are one of those foods, of course, which is going to cause a lot of bloating. And then there are foods which cause water retention. There are all different kinds of. One of the things that I've made changes about, which was a decade ago, was milk. I don't have milk, you guys. I have milk in other formats like cheese, etc. But earlier, like when I was a teenager, I used to have a glass of milk early in the morning, a whole glass, and before sleeping. And I realized that after reading again a lot of articles, I realized a lot of people ditched milk and saw a good change in terms of their acne, and I completely left it. Like, it was very difficult for me to leave it for someone who loves milk. like just raw milk that you have, not raw, I mean obviously you boil it and stuff, but that helped me. So it helped me clear out my acne, maybe because maybe I was sensitive to it. I'm a little lactose intolerant too, so yeah, dairy can cause acne. Other thing that I want to talk about is working out. You need to work out. You need to sweat it out. If you are thinking that you can just be living a very sedentary lifestyle, sitting at home, not moving your body, your hormones are already messed up. And like, not messed up, but you need to kind of move your body to make sure everything inside is functioning properly. And if you're suffering from PCOS, or even if you're not suffering from PCOS, in fact, for women who are suffering from PCOS, the doctor suggests that you do more physical, just go and exercise. It's good for you, it regulates your hormones, and it's good. And even if you don't have it, you either way you should exercise. You need to sweat it out, and you need to regulate all the functions in your body. Another thing that I do is just be very hygienic. That means changing your pillow covers. Try not to touch your face. In fact, I'm one of those people, when I go to the gym and come back, I wash my phone case every day, every single day, or every single time I go to the gym, I wash my phone case, because I don't like using the same phone case that I've used and then you use it and you eat and stuff like that. It's just not good. A teenager, I used to kind of have this urge to pick a pimple or something breakout that's on my face. Do not pick it. Do not pick it. Like, it will leave a little bit of scarring, but that has gone away because of other topical treatments that I was using. One of them was tretinoin. Now, inculcate that with a very heavy duty moisturizer. Specifically, do this when you go to sleep, and please do not walk out in the sun if you're going to be putting tretinoin. It will make your skin darker. So do your research. I use tretinoin and I still use a few products, but one of the things that has changed the skincare game for me is to use less products. I do not I There was a time, like I think 3 4 years back, when I experimented a hell lot of things from product. Every time there was a Nykaa sale, I'm like, oh, I need to buy this, I need to buy this expensive one to see what works for me. Get some vitamin D, get some sunlight, sleep well. Your sleep is extremely important. Any sort of if you have any addiction, alcohol, etc., that is something that you should completely avoid. Like, it can trigger your acne, etc. If those are the kind of addictions that you're facing, if not an addiction, I'm sorry, that's not the right word, consume those substances. Do not consume those substances. Consume whole foods. What I mean by whole foods is just like vegetables, fruits. Don't do anything processed that you're picking up from a supermarket. Don't do it. Do not do it. Even grated cheese, by the way, guys, if you're having cheese, I just want to say that grated cheese is something you should not purchase. Reason: grated cheese is coated by a lot of chemicals so that it doesn't melt and stuff like that. Get a whole block of cheese and then grate it yourself, just FYI. Anyway, have whole foods. Whole foods are extremely important. They are easily digested by your body. Protein and different sort of carbs, etc. You need to have a good, well balanced diet, which you've heard. And I know, as boring as this sounds, it's all these small and boring things in your life which will actually help you live a better life. And it's not just skin related overall. I just want to say skincare is a long form process. Please don't expect results in one day, 1 month. That I extremely benefited was from just avoiding sweet stuff. And mind you, I have an extremely sweet tooth, so just having sugar is one of my things that I love. But now I still have sugar. It's not like I don't. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys and be like, oh, I avoid sugar and everything. But if you can avoid and reduce it a little bit, because trust me, I've tried doing the challenge of, oh, let me avoid sugar for this long, and it's gonna help me. It gives me a headache. I need sugar, and most people do need something sweet in the morning, and straight away having caffeine, which I do. When I say caffeine, I have it through the medium of chai, not coffee. I'm not a coffee person. I like cold coffee, but for me, that's a very rare, like once in a while occurrence. I don't have it every morning. So that is something, a habit that I'm trying to break. Just having like maybe a simple tea without any milk is something that you can do. or just avoid extreme caffeinated products. And last but not the least, avoid or just try to reduce or put yourself in a situation that increases your cortisol levels, which is your stress is a very important factor that can contribute to your acne. I remember when I was giving my board exams, I was really stressed. I was taking classes, and after attending college, I was also going to my classes. And because there is so much stress of like, oh, I need to perform this, that, or just any area of your life, my hair was falling out. And the fact that I was not moving, I had a pretty sedentary lifestyle. I'm just sitting constantly in one place and studying. Your hair's gonna fall out, your skin's just going to be dry and dull. You know, when you see certain people and they just have this really glowy skin, trust me, it's not just a like an outer thing. Like, yes, you can put products on your face, but the glow that you get when your stomach is extremely clear, your body functions really well, you take care of yourself, you sweat it out, and you have whole foods. That's how nature intended it to be. Avoid processed food. When I say processed food, avoid, just try to avoid anything that comes in a packet. Avoid it. Like, if you form this habit now, it will be very beneficial in the longer run. These are the things that have really, I think, changed the game for me. As cliche and simple that they sound, these are very general facts, but trust me when I say this, I think you'll realize this for yourself. The simpler you keep your routine and the more you work out, maintain a good lifestyle, that would reflect on your skin more than any other product. Like, yes, products help, but only so much. So yeah, I hope this video helps, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.